Hey, so this is a in-depth and technical guide for how to get the best results from Bazaar. So I'm going to start by talking about how Bazaar actually works. So Bazaar generates React code. This is a front-end coding framework, and then it animates each element. So here you can see it's showing the text in a sequence. It's imported these icons from a library that's hosted on the web, etc. We'll get more into that later. Bazaar is very literal and factual. So it's not like Veo or Sora, where you can create a dragon chasing a dwarf down the street. It cannot create anything like that. It's only going to create exactly what you tell it. So you need to be extremely specific. And for motion graphic designers, you should think of it as a prompt-based version of After Effects. So when you've storyboarded the video or the scene you want to create, break it down into every single step you would need to do to create it in After Effects and just type that into the prompt box. And it should be able to create that same scene. So just going through the tools, on the top you can create in landscape, portrait, or square formats. Projects has all your previous projects. The chat panel is open, video panel is already open. Audio panel, you can upload some music. Code, here you can look and see the exact code that's been generated that's changing it. So maybe you want to change the background color. Let's try F6, 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 and just save. Oh, okay, sorry, this is the default scene, so it doesn't really count. And finally, there's templates panel. So here you go. Now, in terms of actually using Bazaar, so the chat box is the command center. You can do every function by typing in the prompt. So when you want to create a new scene, you need to prompt it, say, create a new scene with an app demo video, something like that. Or edit scene 3 and make the text 60 pixels. Or delete scene 8. Or you can also trim a scene, but you can only currently trim from the end. So you might see this is a 10-second scene. You can say trim scene 1 to 8 seconds, but you cannot trim the first 2 seconds off. You can only trim the final 2. Also, you cannot split or duplicate clips like natively in here. That's not supported yet. Let's just add in a template so we can get a bit more exact. Up here, it gives you the ability to loop a scene. So it's just going to keep playing that scene on loop. This is kind of handy if you're, editing, you're making a lot of iterations to a scene and you don't want the entire video to play back. This is the playback speed. Okay, in the prompt box, generally context is key when you want to create a video. You need to give it as much information as possible, and an image really helps a lot. So I would usually screenshot whatever I wanted to create or give it some sort of reference and just say, hey, copy what I've added in the image. You can also insert an image into a video. So you would again drag it into this chat, but you would explicitly say insert this image into the video player or whatever you want to do. You can also ask Bazaar to use stock images. So maybe use a stock image of a pizza and it will search the web and find that and insert it. You can add videos, you can upload videos, but you can't do anything with them. So the video, you would create a new scene, add in the video, and that would be kind of static. Then I think an important tip is to know that you cannot upload the same image twice unless you rename it. So yeah, the database cannot store duplicate file names. So if you needed to upload the same image twice, you need to go in, rename it, and then you can add it in the chat. When you create a scene, and at the moment it is not great at choosing the correct icon. So I'm going to show you a little hack on how to make better ones. You should go to Iconify, which is the icons that we use, and you want to go up here. So let's say Airbnb, we wanted their logo. So you can see in this video, we're going to go to the code and we're going to Command F to find, go Airbnb, okay, there you go, icon. So icon equals simple icons Airbnb. So you might say, actually I wanted this one. So I'm going to copy that, go into the chat, and I'm going to say edit the Airbnb video, but change the icon to during the splash screen. So give that a few moments. Hopefully it chooses the right scene and edits the right part. So it actually updated, but now I can't see anything. So I'm going to take a guess. So you can see on the icons, the text color is pink. So I'm going to take a guess that I need to update the color of that logo. And in terms of fonts, we use Google Fonts, so you'll need to find the closest font that you're trying to replicate with that. Yeah, and I think if you're struggling to create a particular motion in a scene, it could be like a swiping effect or something like that, I think a good tip is just to open up ChatGPT, describe into it the effect, and say, how would you describe this to a Remotion video generator? And that might be able to articulate it in a way that the code understands and can execute. So I think that is mostly it.